The way we've been thinking about facial aesthetics, well, it's been built on a pretty big misunderstanding. For years, we treated the face like it was just a collection of different parts. But there's a whole new approach emerging, one that sees the face for what it truly is, a single, inseparable masterpiece. And that really brings us to the big question, right? What is the deal? Why does some work look amazing and totally natural while other work just looks off? The answer isn't just about the skill of the practitioner, it's about a completely different philosophy. So, here's the core shift in thinking. The old way was all about separate territories. The dentist took care of the teeth. The dermatologist handled the skin. It was all disconnected. But that's not how a face actually works. The new way sees it as one unified canvas, where everything is connected, and the real goal is harmony. To really get this new unified approach, we've got to start from the ground up, literally with the foundation. The architecture of our face isn't just about the bones. It's deeply, profoundly shaped by our dental structure. I mean, just think about it for a second. Our face is how we connect with people. It's where our emotions come to life. And what's so fascinating is that dentistry has understood this for decades. The actual structure of your smile is directly wired to your self-esteem and how you show up in the world. And this isn't some vague idea. It's a hard science. There's a tool called cephalometry, which is basically the scientific measurement of all the head structures. Think of it like an architect's blueprint for the face. It lets doctors see exactly how the bones, teeth, and skin all work together. And what this science shows us is that most of us fall into one of three main facial biotypes. You've got the mesofacial type, which is generally really balanced and proportionate. Then there's the doliofacial type, where the face is longer and grows more vertically. And finally, the brachiofacial type, which is wider and has more forward growth. Understanding which one you are is absolutely critical because it dictates the entire shape of your face. And this is where it gets wildly specific. The pioneers at the Tweed School of Orthodontics figured out that the exact position of one single tooth, the lower incisor, can create a ripple effect through the whole face. It dictates the support for your lips and chin, and it affects your entire profile. That just goes to show you the power of architecture. One tiny detail can change the big picture. Okay, so if the dental structure is the architecture, the frame of the house, then the skin and soft tissues are the canvas that's stretched right over it. And how you manage that canvas is every bit as important. The philosophy here is called skin age management, or SAM for short. Now, this isn't about chasing every little wrinkle. It's a holistic, long-term plan for taking care of the canvas itself. It's all about combining healthy lifestyle choices with a smart, structured plan of treatments to keep the skin healthy over time. Now, the world of skin treatments can feel super overwhelming, right? But we can boil it all down to three main goals. First, you want to improve the quality of the canvas. Things like lasers and skincare to help with texture and sunspots. Second, you want to relax the muscles that cause expression lines to soften that tired or stressed look. And third, and this is so important, you want to restore the underlying structure, fighting that sag with things that rebuild support from the inside out. Let's just talk about botulinum toxin for a second, because it is so misunderstood. It's a fantastic tool for relaxing wrinkles, but it's not about freezing your face. When it's used the right way, it can actually help prevent deeper wrinkles from forming by kind of re-educating the muscles. And this really drives home a crucial point. It's rarely the product that's the problem. Bad results almost always come from bad technique. All right, so we've got our two big pieces of the puzzle, the deep architecture from the world of dentistry and the surface canvas from dermatology. So what happens when we finally bring them together? This right here. This is the simple but powerful equation at the heart of it all. When you have the underlying architecture working in harmony with the quality of the canvas stretched over it, that's when you get that beautiful, natural, balanced result. You just can't have one without the other and expect it to look right. So how does this all play out in the real world? Well, a lot of the time, it's through something called a liquid facelift. Now, don't let the name fool you. It's not a single procedure. It's a smart, personalized combination of different injectable treatments that work together to relax, restore, and support the whole face, all without any surgery. And when you combine these two worlds, the benefits are huge. The results are way more comprehensive. It's like fixing the foundation of a house before you repaint the walls, instead of just slapping some paint over a crack. It forces a truly personalized plan for every single patient.
And at the end of the day, it just leads to much more natural-looking outcomes because you're restoring harmony, not just chasing a line.
But, there's one more piece to this. It's not all just science and technique. The final, and maybe the most important part, is the art of it all, the human side.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? A truly great result isn't just about technical perfection. It's about a doctor who actually takes the time to listen, to understand a patient's emotions, their values, and what they're really hoping to see. That conversation is an art form in itself. And that perspective totally flips the script on what the actual goal is. The best practitioners, they aren't just treating a wrinkle. They're treating an unwanted expression. They're not just trying to erase a line. They're helping someone look less tired, less angry, or less sad. And that's a much more meaningful goal.
So, at the end of the day, what's the real formula for a patient who is genuinely happy with their results? It really comes down to this: setting realistic goals, always looking at the whole face, understanding that combining treatments is where the magic is, and, this is a big one, avoiding going overboard with fillers. The guiding principle has to be less is more. Because here's the secret: the absolute best aesthetic work is work you don't even notice. It's that subtle, quiet improvement that just leaves someone looking like the best version of themselves. Rested, healthy, authentic. That, right there, is true elegance. So this new, unified future of aesthetics is really about seeing the whole picture: the architecture, the canvas, and the person behind it all. It's asking us to stop zeroing in on every tiny flaw and instead to appreciate the total picture. So the final question isn't just, what would you fix? It's this: when you look in the mirror, what do you really see?